You won't build your house without a blueprint, right? Well, your brand works the same way. If you don't have a proper plan, it's all going to fall apart. Today, I'm going to show you the top 3 brand blueprints that your brand can have if it wants to be successful. And trust me, you don't want to miss this. So, just like a house, a brand needs architecture. And there's different kinds of architectures out there. You guys have seen them. There's modern houses, there's traditional ones. They all look very different, but fundamentally, they all have the same function, which is to make sure that the building itself is able to be a great building that can be able to serve the purpose that it's intended for the people that are going to be in that space and the people that are going to be interacting with that space. So the same thing with our brands, we need to figure out what kind of architecture is best suited for our brand, right? And today we're going to talk about 3 of the most common ones that are out there that you can be able to see and figure out which one works for you so that you can be able to leverage it to build your brand value. All right. So we're going to kick off with the first one, which is called a branded house. So you may have seen a branded house, but maybe you didn't know that that's what it was. But today I'm going to show you that that's actually what it was. So for example, Apple has a branded house. Why? Because it takes their name, which is Apple, and leverages it across all its services and products, right? So you have the Apple iPhone, the Apple Watch, the Apple News, Apple TV. You will find that most of the products and services will carry the name Apple in the beginning. So they've branded their house using their master brand, which is Apple, and their products, they are fitted into that master brand. So Apple News, Apple TV, Apple Music. Same thing, you'll see it with Google. We have Google Search, we have Google Voice, we have Google Maps, right? And you'll start to see this kind of architecture as you go along now because you're familiar with it. You will see that a lot of brands, especially the ones that have a really, really good, solid master brand that is well known, they try to leverage it across their other products, right? So that is the first type, which is called the branded house. Now, the second type is called the house of brands. So you will see this one usually when a lot of these companies, they have products that cater to very different segments of people. And because of that, they realize that these brands can't be intertwined. They have to be standalone. So for example, you'll see Coca-Cola, which is everybody knows Coca-Cola. They know they have the Coca-Cola. The company is called Coca-Cola, but they have all these different products that carry different brands. So you have the Sprites, you have the Minute Maid, you have the Dasani. All these are different brands that exist independently that are targeting different people, right? So they're not carrying the same name as we saw in the first one, which was the branded house. So in this other case, they're all independent brands, but all of them are under Coca-Cola, right? So that's the second one, which is the house of brand. The third one is called the endorsed brands. So in this category of architecture, you'll see a brand that has realized that we have a strong brand over here and we are introducing these other brands, but we want to leverage on the strength of this brand here, but also allowing these brands to be independent. A very good example that you guys will be familiar with is Meta, formerly Facebook. When you go to Instagram, you see it says Instagram by Meta. If you go to WhatsApp, you see it says WhatsApp by Meta. If you go to their headsets, you'll see Quest by Meta. Okay, so these are called endorsed brands. So you'll see these brands, they're trying to leverage on the good faith and trust that is there on one of their brands to all of these other brands without being exclusively involved in them. All right. So now, because you know the three kinds of architecture, you need to figure out for your brand, especially for the long term, what version of architecture works best for you. And this is very crucial to decide, because if you do it wrong or if you mix and match, you run into the problem of confusing your audience, where they feel like they're isolated, or they feel like you're confused because they don't know where to put you. And it's important for you to have the right architecture if you want to succeed. And not every architecture works for everyone. Like I said in the first one, if you have a really good master brand, let's say like Apple is a really well known and admired brand. So now when they come up with these other products, it is essential for them to use that faith and trust and recognizability of their master brand on these other products so that they can succeed. Okay, now that works in that scenario. If you are in a scenario where you feel like you have different products or services that cater to different people, then maybe the right approach is for all your different products and services to carry different brand names all under one roof. And you will notice that most of these the master brand in the house of brands category, most people don't even interact with them. So that would be your Unilever, Procter and Gamble. So you guys probably have never bought anything directly from Unilever or from Procter and Gamble, but you have bought their products. You've bought Tide, you've bought Dove soap, you've bought Gillette, right? All these products are under the umbrella. So again, you have to figure out if your audience, if there are different segments of your audience and you have different products and services for them, maybe you don't want to mix them together. You want to create different brands that will cater to those different segments. And for the last one is good for example, Facebook, when it acquired WhatsApp and acquired Instagram, it wanted to let people know that, hey, if you know Facebook, now you can know that this brand is a part of us, right? And whatever associations, whether positive or negative, you have towards the master brand, you can share those with these other brands. Okay, I hope that was useful, guys. Let me know in the comments if you guys learned anything. If you're gonna be rearranging the blueprint of your brand to be able to be successful long term. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe and share this so that your fellow entrepreneurs can know how to build a successful brand. All right, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.